Hello, welcome. We're going to be playing the new Europa Universalis 5, and I'm going to start as Milan because that was the first country I've ever Ironmanned in EU4, so a bit of nostalgia. Plus, I don't want my first Iron Man to be the Byzantines before I really know the game. I've had a good Scotland game that as you can see I've been playing until 1490. Okay, yeah, longer than I even thought there, and yeah, I'm getting used to the mechanics. So let's just dive on. Yeah, the Black Death hits hard. Like after the Black Death, it's almost like a complete new start almost, and you're trying to get back up to your former glory. But then after that, you can sort of go nuts. My computer runs it fine. Definitely. I mean, you can't go as fast as I could in EU4 with Speed 5 is still pretty fast, but it doesn't seem like it's as fast as it was for me in CK4. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be Milan, and okay, yeah, they've got a fair few people in Scotland, a nice million. Okay, let's do this. Wait, before I start, I need to Iron Man this. Thought I set these to default. I'm gonna forget that a lot. That's something I'm not big on. Okay. Play as Milan. Well, we'll probably form Italy, fingers crossed. Maybe. Let's do this. Okay, I just catch my bearings again. So let's just research attack, organize religion. Let's start things off. Non-integrated provinces. Okay, that's a fair few of them, right? So you've got your cabinets, and I suppose if I was making more money I might appoint a cabinet member. Not quite sure of the meta, but I'd wager these guys are pretty important, so as soon as I feel like I've got the money I should hire them. But you can still hand out these tasks despite not having the cabinet position filled. Right. We'll start off integrating these provinces. It's a lot of stuff non-integrated. Okay, then one of the more important mechanics is control. I'd see for control right off the bat Milan's doing better than Scotland was, but looks like it's got some roads as well. But yeah, the more you've got control, the more you can tax your provinces and that kind of thing and get value from them, so that's going to be important to do. I'm thinking, who do I want as an ally? Maybe Naples will want to be my ally in time. Not soon by the looks of things. What about Bologna? I am very new to this, of course, because it's just come out, but I'm definitely finding my bearings with that Scotland game. I was worried, like last night, that it would be like so hard to learn that I would be able to make a video today, but I think I should be fine. Aquila, okay, why not? Some nice defensive alliances to deter people as you get into a good position is not a bad idea. Piedmont. Yes, okay. Okay, so a bit of minting is nice. I don't really want to put that over. Put the lords up a bit. Patrician tax. I could put fort maintenance down for now. I just don't want to regret that. Alright. Okay, so we're integrating these. Possible reforms. So yeah, these reforms, some of them are really quite good, but they allow you to kind of placate if you have a very powerful faction that's kind of about to revolt. Sometimes I've thrown a reform at them and that makes them happy for a bit. And you've got crown reforms. This is tempting. If it wasn't for the serfdom, I wouldn't mind more food production, because food is really important in this. I might even do it. Diplomatic reputation. I'm gonna do it actually. Consequences be damned. I'm just going to leave that as is. Pops of needs. So it's like sturdy grains and stuff they want. In Scotland they just keep wanting rice. I'm like, guys, I've got enough food for you. Why do you specifically want rice? Okay. I've played Victoria 3 as well. I'd say there are very similar mechanics. So it's almost like a hybrid between EU4 and Victoria 3. Okay, I'm gonna just start playing now. Possible diplomatic actions. That's fine for now. Are they a vassal state? Yeah, okay. They're Savoy's vassal. Province. Are they under France? Nope. Might as well try and get them. I've really been looking forward to this game. It's been on the mind for a while. Like, I started off with like a Byzantine game, which, you know, I wouldn't recommend just going straight into the fire like that. But I did manage to kind of stabilize the situation, and then the Scotland game went rather well. Actually won a war with England when they attacked me. Lumber mill. Gonna go for that. roads are really important because roads help cement your control. So Scotland does not start off roads, but it's nice to see Milan does. Oh, and they're a lot cheaper on the nice flat North Italian plain than they are in the rugged, even the lowlands can be fairly expensive sometimes. Okay. So yeah, based off terrain, like the roads could be different prices. A lot of Milan is nice flat farmlands, especially in the south here. Civilization. I need to always keep an eye because with Scotland they had like these parliaments that you estates would get pissed at you if you didn't call them every so often, so always try and keep an eye out for, well, what's going on basically. Welfare state, have the market control. Okay, nice new achievement. Unhappy estates, who doesn't like me? It's probably taxing them too much. It's alright for me to add a cabinet member. Yeah. I actually thought I'd be paying them more of a salary. Okay, that's like an initial price. So yeah, the Black Death's gonna come out of the Golden Horde, like the east of the Golden Horde, and it's just gonna go into the Genoan colony, and then the first place it'll come is Genoa in Europe, or at least Central Western Europe. Could ally these guys, but at some point I will want to have somebody to war with. Guelphs and the Ghibellines. Haven't played in Italy yet. I mean to start a Naples game on my own to get the ropes, but I think I've sighted the Emperor. Well, it doesn't come to bite me. To roll. Yeah, I'll rival Montferrat. So yeah, that's going to increase my general control in those areas. Masterpiece, Citadel. Okay, that's fine, I think. That'll be me taking out a loan, but that's fine. suppose a lot of us will be going into this game like a fish out of water. We'll find out what the meta is as we continue to play it. So you have like levies, and then you have like your regulars, so you can sort of, you need to have like the right building infrastructure. What's this now? Okay. Sure. You need to have the right building infrastructure to hire these guys, like the regulars. So if you do that, that should show you like the city hall. Yeah. And then your levies, they come from your population. Well, they both do, but I think the levies, the regulars, they're like a standing army that you keep up all the time. Well, when you've got these levies, you can just call them up in times of war, and they're not the best, but you know, they'll fight and they give you numbers. But you don't really want them to all get killed, because then you're losing a significant little bit of your population there. And then there's mercenaries. Recruit footman in a new location. Okay. Speed up for a bit. Who are we born with? Okay, looks like we should win this fairly easily. Kind of want to pay off my loans and get some proper soldiers, but the levies I have to do right now. I don't want to overreact and hire all the levies. Looks like we should be able to win this fairly handedly. It doesn't look like I can get much on this war. Maybe I can get Parma. They're already sieging it down. Join the armies up, get a commander. I'll slow down the speed a bit so I don't do anything stupid. I can call my allies, that's not bad. So when you're on the march for a while, your morale will go down, like an organization sort of thing. So sometimes you'll want to just like sit in a province for a bit and let your troops find their bearings. That's what I've found so far. Sorry, I was paused. When I was playing, there wasn't really, other than France, which I think you managed to unify quite well, there wasn't really any countries that were really on the march. I mean, Serbia was sort of conquered down into Thessaly, but there wasn't any like scary conquerors in my Scotland game I was playing. Like, England invaded me, but then I just like made a really nasty long war and ended up taking Berwick from them. So that's quite good. Okay, probably want to help my allies out here. So here are the battles. I don't know if it does it for everybody, but for my computer at least it slows down to speed 2 whenever there's a battle. Looks like my allies actually have decent cavalry and stuff. Not bad, not bad. I'll let them continue. I'll see just down. Am I actually losing population? I'll let them do the thing. Yeah, go into Verona. Split off the force. Make my leader take this few province. Like the estates, I believe they're the big investors, and they tend to make stuff in your country just as you go through the game. So in my Scotland game, they were doing really well, making a lot of good stuff for us. Nasty, got some disease. Alright then. Don't know, we are getting stomped by Verona here. Must be enough. Oh dear. Fine, we can continue to siege down Verona. It's not a huge loss. Okay, these guys are coming up. Did they just abandon that siege? That's ridiculous. I'm gonna split my guys up and try and siege this. It's the only land I can feasibly get after this war. It's never something I've loved about the AI, that they tend to just sort of go off and do something else when they're in the middle of some big important siege. I've done that in EU4, they do it in this game. Okay, here comes the army of Verona. Except food access is one of the relation buttons that you can hit. I use that as Scotland a fair bit to like get like Isle of Man and Orkney to become my vassal states. Orkney managed to wriggle free from Norway. Try and speed that up a bit. Maybe that's a little dangerous, but fine. Okay. I'll do this one. Max literacy for the burgers. I assume literacy works similar to in Victoria 3, but I haven't looked into it yet. Come on. Why are my allies so bad? How much do they like me? Kind of drawing a blank on how to get to the these guys. Give me a sec. There we go. Hmm. There we go. He was in government somewhere. I don't really want the nobility or the patriarchs to look at me any less favorably than they already do. Nice, we actually did Verona. I'm actually going to bring my army here and try and support this siege because I just want to succeed here. In fact, if I get this, that might be my peace. Like that. Where do we see coalitions in this game? I doubt it'll be that bad, but oh, antagonism. I'm gonna just bet that'll be fine. I'll take more reparations from them. That's about as much as I can do, I think. I think it's fairly similar to EU4 in the peace sort of and what peace treaties you can get out of people. Okay, I can do that. Let's try something like that. Expand my little levies. Probably want to integrate this province fairly soon. That's another 100,000 or so people. Right then, let's continue. Got all those achievements already. Not too many achievements yet, there's only about 50, and I think there's only like 1 or 2 that are country specific, like forming Ryukyu, taking Constantinople as the Ottomans, like that, those kind of things. No? If I'll put those guys down. There we go. Okay, I'm in a bit of debt. I might want to raise mint time to deal with that. Don't want inflation to go up too much though. I'll keep that as is. Something I haven't found yet is the form nation button. I know you can like form like Italy or the Roman Empire. Need to get rid of these loans. Ah, that's the Form New Country button. Form Italy Tier 3. So I need quite a lot of this. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The Black Death will be a-coming. Okay, that's not too bad. It doesn't look like people are that pissed off at me for annexing Parma. And there's loads of different little map modes here. Prosperity, development, tax base. Raw materials is quite helpful. There's a lot of grain and stuff being produced in Milan. A nice flat Po Valley. Okay, we'll continue. Kind of want to make more roads. Nah, my dog's been barking all day. Don't know what's wrong with her. Usually it's something she'll want, like she'll want to be let outside, she'll want her warble filled up. She's quite old at this stage, sometimes I think she just wants attention. A little hug. I think my mama's down there. Fingers crossed. Because it could get annoying for you, so I might need to end it and see her, but we'll see. We shall see. Just having a little look at the map. It's quite beautiful. Take a while, but I can't wait to get better at this game. I really enjoy it. So that's all the rebels at the moment. No one's got too much traction. Lombard, Emilian, Piedmontese, Italiki, High Alemannic, Gallo-Italic. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, there'll be like, I think each culture will have like its own sort of, there'll be like a Jewish culture for each one. I think the Byzantines had the Grekai or Roman something. Don't actually know how to see their pops. Oh, there we go. No, that's not them. Oh. I'll do that later. Can't see them, but there's all sorts of like little pops you can see underneath, so it's a lot more granular than EU4, where it's just like each province will have like one hegemonic culture that's like over the whole thing, and it won't show, you know, all the little people that are in each province. Intervene in rival war? No, I don't really care to. Okay. So these would be like country values. We go to more centralized or more decentralized. I think decentralized can be good if you have like subjects. Traditional, innovative. I tend to push for innovative. Spiritual, humanist, all these. Land warfare, naval warfare. Quality, quantity, offensive, defensive. Serfdom, free subjects. Let's make more roads. I made the one to Bergamo once I got the money for it. So roads will be like really expensive up in the mountains. Like in Scotland, when I was making my roads in the Highlands, they were starting to get like 150, 160 like gold a piece for each bare road. So it's realistic like that, you know. Sometimes it's some terrain, it's harder to make road than others, like marshes compared to farmland and stuff. I've not actually played as a full-on Republic before, but get used to it. More Guelphs and Gibelins. I'm still to fully understand situations, but it looks like with that bar that we're winning it. We have more momentum. Lodi. I'm remembering like Napoleon's Italian campaigns. I believe Lodi is one of the places he fought. we'll get this. Love it. Burgers. Yeah, we don't really want our estates to revolt, because revolts are really nasty in this game, especially if it's one of your more dominant estates. Like, I had to save my Scotland game by like turning off my PC because most of the country had rebelled, and I gave the state some privileges to make them happy. We'll do cost of food. Like, if you run out of food in your market, then it's gonna hemorrhage your economy in paying for food. That's what I found anyway. This province will be fully integrated soon. Can already see some of the control is rising. And there you can see like who's got what population. Cloth industry. Why not? Yeah, there you go. So Naples obviously starts with the most people in Italy. It's 2.929 million. It's definitely like another Balkan game. Like because the Byzantines can be quite difficult. Maybe I'll try like Serbia or something because they start in a more stable position. Or big old Hungary, maybe. I'll see. I had quite a fun Halloween. I just went over to mates and, well, I had way too much to drink, but you know, we had fun, played Mario Kart, watched some telly, enough said. Marriage union formed. Okay. Does that mean they're my little PU now? No. They're under Savoy. Okay. Almost feels like Victoria 3 and this game, EU5, are kind of improvements on Imperator Rome. Because I did like Imperator, especially after they added some more flavour to it, but it always felt a little hollow to me compared to some of the other games, and these ones feel like it's a similar sort of map and it feels a lot more fleshed out. those RGOs. So we have clay, I suppose. Still need to learn kind of what's important. Usually I'll prioritize food because that's, you know, people won't be happy if they don't have food. With Scotland, in my Scotland game, I'm going to try my hand, like, because my country's now fairly stable and I can build a navy up. I'm going to see if I can try the colonization game and tell you guys how I find that. I've heard it's kind of like, because population is quite important, sometimes you don't really want to send your population overseas, but maybe I can be selective about who you send. Because in Scotland, there's like the Norn people, so that, well, Norn culture, and the Norn, they're kind of like, they're like Scandinavians who settled in the north of Scotland and the Isles, so they have their own sort of, almost, like, they're definitely Norse, but they'll have some Scottish traits, and I think the Norn language died out probably in the last couple hundred years, like for us, but yeah, I used to know more about the Norn, but I've got some details on the brain, but can't quite remember all the details about them, like how on the ratio to like Scots or Gaelic, or it was very Norse, but I don't know how Norse, you know. Was it like 80%? Was it 90% Norse? I forget. Still haven't made this little Bergamo Road. Fence keep draining my money. Greedy game. Let me spend. Oh, I can't wait to Christmas. We always have the best food at Christmas. A lovely big turkey roast. With like tons of stuffing and scurly. My dad makes such a good Christmas dinner. Hopefully my mum will make her cheese sauce. There we go. Don't know if I should be making more food, but if there's cheap roads, I'm going to make the roads, because I need that control. But yeah, in EU4, Milan's like really good because it's it punches above its weight. It's got a lot of development, even though it's kind of like small compared to some of the other players. But I think it would be one of the better candidates for making Italy, other than like in EU4 anyway, Venice and Naples. Venice is kind of small in EU5 because they haven't conquered frickin' Verona yet. So Venice has its terra firma it like cuts its empire into terra firma empire, and then it's terra de Maya. Is that the one that means water? Anyway, it's overseas empire, and then it's overseas state, Stata de Maya, Terra de Maya, I think. Stata de Maya, Stata Firma, yeah. So yeah, I see like Venice is like Candia under them, and don't think it's got Cyprus. No, it wouldn't. But yeah, they've got a fair bit of empire, does Venice. I'll just have a look at them for a bit. Renaissance. Kinda lean administrative. Who do they have under them? So they've got Candia, Trieste, and Ragusa. Okay. I wonder how many sort of flavoured name provinces there are, because that's something I really liked in EU4. Sometimes it's, you know, it'd be fun to play in the same region as somebody else if they call the provinces a different name. Oh, Serbia's gone and done it. Yeah, if the Byzantines don't ally Serbia, then they become a real problem. Serbia would be really nice to play, I think. Construction speed. Let's do that. Slightly hilly, so that was a bit more expensive. That's fine. And you get traditional economy, and then you get to more capital economy. So I think I'll go for that. Oh, we don't have any control over here. Does province like me enough to be my friend? Nope. Oh. Is that close? That does look quite close. How's that? Yeah, now that'd be my friend. A lot of the early game just feels like I'm sort of like preparing myself mentally for the Black Death, because it's just gonna kill half the country. I think the Italian states tend to do a little better with it. I know in real life, like Venice had strict quarantines, and I think their word quarantine is quarantenia. I think the Venetians made up quarantine, like it's their idea in the first place. I think it's like quarter of a year. Like they'd leave you on the boats for a quarter of a year or something. Don't quote me on that. That was a really good video that the Epic History channel made on the Venetian Republic. So I've got all these little Venetian facts running around in my head. Recently I've been reading up on the Swedish military. I'm probably going to get some audiobooks on it as well, because well, I do want to make a video on the Great Northern War, but I'd like to read a few books before I make that, because I have a fair bit of knowledge, but I'd like to put, you know, more knowledge out there rather than just what's already out there on YouTube. Oh, Tyrol. Ghibellines of Weekend. Oh no, the Ghibellines, the ones that support the Emperor. No. It's the Guelphs. Yeah, I think we're fine. So a lot of the early game seems to just be integrating with provinces and such. These guys have allies. I don't really. Might be a nice idea to attack these chaps. I'm kind of worried about rebels and stuff, but should be fine. I might call it soon though before that, because I would like to go away and learn even more of this game. So I know even better what the best course of action is. Nom 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 nom. Continue building roads. Like when the Black Death comes, you can make like hospitals, and there's like I think certain kind of monasteries as well. But it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you hard, and it's gonna be horrible. There's nothing like medieval technology can do to stop it. I might want to hire some regulars before I go in this war. I could probably do with a couple footmen. the resources are very important to like what you can hire, how much of whatever unit you can hire, that kind of thing. Let's see, does Milan have horses? Nom 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 nom. No. Livestock, give me a second. Oh, Scotland's got some horses. Let's see where all the other horses are. Okay, there we go. That. They're like. Okay, it's not actually showing all the horses here. Oh, I need to like click on the head. So there's some horses to the south here. It's not that important, but like, if I'd want to have my own unit of horses, it'd be good to have my own supply of them. If I want to raise some cavalry units. Okay. Let's research our next tech, and we might leave it there for now. Because I'm a little hungry and I need the loo. We might want to make these guys happy when we come back, but they're fine for now. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. This game's looking like it's going to be really good. Like, even on release, it's really fleshed out, and you know, I've been disappointed with some Paradox games on release, but this is not one of them. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope to know a bit more before I come back, and hopefully we can unite Italy.